And I, for one, won't give up my rights as a father to anyone whose parenting skills are so fragile their teenagers can be undone by ink on a page.
It saddens me to see our community torn asunder, to see friends and neighbors turn on one another.
This is a greater thing going on in our country. It is an attempt to destroy our public education.
Please think about the teachers who teach your children. Many of them have their own children attending Dearborn Public Schools.
But we've had people stand up here and say, I am a gay person, and you hear the boos, and you hear some of the explicits, and it's heartbreaking.
The Gay Straight Alliance poster has been ripped off the wall in my school 5 times last year. Our posters vandalized. This is about more than books, because if it was about books, the main book, This Book is Gay, was actually never checked out by a Dearborn student ever. Period. It wasn't. Not one time. The main book of concern, Ask the District, has not been checked out. So what are we talking about?
The far right in this country despises us all. What I'm asking for is that everyone have compassion and consider the harm you do to the most vulnerable among us when you stigmatize their very existence. Banning LGBT books isn't going to stop anyone from being gay. It will just make them miserable and alienate them, and the consequences might be fatal. How can we teach the next generation of citizens to embrace democratic values like freedom of the press, freedom of speech, and freedom of religion if we betray these principles and deny them these liberties in school?
But look at the hateful signs that were on display the other night. Consider some of the language that we're seeing picked up from the Christian right, who spent years trying to shove the gay back in the closet. Indoctrination, grooming, acceptance of pedophilia. That should be all you need to see this for what it is. It's one woman's crusade to stir up the ultra-conservative element around one trumped-up issue. Come on, these kids weren't reading these books. And use it in a manipulative effort to replace a balanced school board with one tailored to their narrow set of views. Then all the way to the top until there are no voices left in this country but theirs.
So let's stop pretending this is about protecting children from books. We all know this is about erasing our LGBTQ students and staff. It was literally written on signs people brought to the meeting on Monday. As a community, we need to come together and ensure that those who are different from us are embraced and supported. We need to teach our children that we do not fear people who are different from us, but that we welcome them into our community. We need to ensure our community, our schools, and our classrooms are safe, welcoming environments for every student and every staff member, regardless of their identity, religion, or nation of origin. That's who we should be as a community.
But I've watched a lot of people struggle, and I've watched people that I love struggle, and to the point of suicide. It is devastating. And so what I want to say to our LGBT community members who are listening, to the students who are listening and watching this, you are seen, you are important, you matter, you have worth, and I encourage them to continue to be authentically and peacefully themselves.